Hey guys, just driving back from the rally at St. Al's in Nampa. There was about 450 people there. It's pretty awesome. Lining the streets, tons of signs, a lot of people honking their horns, giving us thumbs up. We passed out a lot of water. It was pretty hot. When we got there, it was 100 degrees, so people were grateful for the water. But even more important was the conversations that we had. And I had several conversations with people that are in the medical profession and outside of it. And it's interesting because there's a group of people that want the government to step in and force the hospitals to not mandate these vaccines. And I understand that. I get that. I really do. Especially when these hospitals took hundreds of millions of dollars of government money, and therefore they can't consider themselves private. And so I understand that because they took government money, that the government really has a right to come in and say, you have to do this, you can't do that. And one of the things they're hoping that the government would do in Idaho is come in and say that you can't force your employees to take a vaccine that may harm them. It's the employee's choice, and I get that. However, I do not believe that it would be wise or effective to go that route, because if the legislature does not do it right, then they will begin forcing everybody, all private businesses, to do certain things and to basically get in between the employee and the employer. And I just don't think that that's wise, because one is we'll waste a lot of energy and probably never get the legislature to assemble. If they did assemble, then they're not going to get it right. I can promise you, they won't get it right. It will be something that will be detrimental to private businesses for a long, long time, until whatever they do is repealed. Now, I said it wasn't the most effective way either, and that is because I believe the most effective way to make sure your employer listens to you and respects your agency and your rights and all of that is to withhold your labor from them. That is, get enough people together to say we're not going to do it and we'll either quit or you'll consider our rights. And I got a really good example here. So there's an individual that I know. She works for a hospital who's part of the Hospital Corporations of America. Now, when all the COVID relief funds were being passed down to these hospitals, this corporation, Hospitals Corporation of America, HCA, they received, from what I understand, received a whole bunch of federal funding, probably millions and millions of dollars, just like St. Al's, just like St. Luke's, just like these other big hospital chains. But then they also read through the memorandums of understanding, basically the contract that the government was requiring them to follow if they took the money. And this Hospital Corporation of America read through it. They did not feel comfortable with it. They did not feel comfortable with forcing their employees to do these things. So they rejected the money and returned it back to the federal government. And therefore, they're not held under these mandates to vaccinate their employees. Now, the interesting thing is, this corporation, HCA, is receiving hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands, I don't want to exaggerate, but hundreds of applications from nurses, doctors in the medical profession, because they're fleeing St. Luke's, St. Al's to go to this HCH because of the freedom and the respect that they're giving to their employees. So, and this is how the free market works, right? One corporation, hospital entity gives freedom, and so now they get a pick from hundreds of the best nurses, doctors, other practitioners, even the staff, they get a pick. They get a hand choose because they got hundreds of applications, while people are leaving St. Luke's and St. Al's. And the effects of that are basically going to hit St. Al and St. Luke's pocketbook, because people are going to get inferior services at St. Al and St. Luke's now. I mean, as things go on, because they're going to be short-staffed. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to get sued. All of these things will happen. And this HCH, this Hospital Corporation of America, because they made the right choice, they're going to thrive. They're going to provide better service. Their employees are going to be happier. I mean, they're going to be able to do more, and it's just the way the market works. So that is freedom, and freedom is the answer. Not getting government to do more force, or getting government to get involved in things they really shouldn't get involved, even if they do have a little right to get involved, because these corporations took public money. So I hope you understand. The employees here need to get together. They need to unite, and they need to stand united against the employees. And if that all fails, then they need to go to a better place. Go to HCH, create your own clinics, do these things in a free market way. And if you do that, then we will be able to perpetuate freedom for a long, long time. I believe freedom is the answer, and hopefully that makes sense now. Thank you.